Well, to the topic of Australian made and where to actually find both Australian made clothing, and really, Johanna, your question was very much about quality as well. So I thought I'd just briefly cover two things. The first is Ethical Clothing Australia. This is an organisation which is an industry union initiative to certify and accredit companies who meet the high standards that we actually expect in Australia. When I first started Rise Up, I didn't realise that there was a really poor history of abusing home workers in Australian manufacturing and paying them as little as $3 an hour. So what Ethical Clothing Australia came together to do was to work with brands and manufacturers to ensure that we don't replicate the poor practices of overseas in our own country. So the Ethical Clothing Australia website, which is www.ethicalclothingaustralia.com.au, actually lists accredited brands, and if you're wanting to find places where you can shop for Australian made, that's really my recommendation for your first stop. Now the second part of the question, which really relates to quality, I just wanted to briefly cover off what I think we expect from $10. And this is really the essence of it. If something is too good to be true, it usually is, as the adage goes. And with clothing, if you want a quality product, you simply won't get a quality t-shirt for $10. Okay, so we have this view that we should get as cheap as possible, or even 5 for $30. Wow, you can't wear 5 t-shirts. And the reality is, for the quality to be substantial, it's going to cost more than that just in its raw materials. So the point that I guess I wanted to make here was that if you're looking for quality, price is not the only indicator, but it really is one of those things where we need to look at less is more. We can get some great quality stuff overseas, and there are some great designers and manufacturers here in Australia. So I'd encourage you to think through how much clothing you need, and when you do have that temptation just to get the 2-for-1 offer, I really wouldn't expect the greatest quality to go along with that. So first step is to go to Ethical Clothing Australia, the website, and look for brands who are accredited, and then you know that they're Australian made and that the working standards are excellent and they've paid attention to detail. So, and the second is, I think when we're looking for quality, we need to move away from the 5 t-shirts for $30 deal and look to just buy what we need and pay a little more for the single item and actually have the quality that lasts, not, as you say, something that falls apart within 5 minutes. Okay, thanks for your question.